Sarah, do you have a minute to talk with me about something?
Oh, hi, Mom. What are you wanting to talk about?
Well, let's start with this. How have things been for you recently? Have you been doing all right over there?
Yes, so far work has been going really well for me, and I'm having a fun time in the new office building that was built. And both my husband and son are doing good too. Just last week, we went to a water park and everything, so actually, we're all pretty tired out and taking it easy. How about you, Mom? How have things been going for you?
Yeah, I'm also doing pretty well on my end.
That's good. But what's wrong with you right now, though? You seem a little down. Are you wanting me to move back home with you yet because you're lonely? I'm sure it's tough having to be on your own again and all, right? Both my husband and my son said you are more than welcome to come over here and live with us. We have that spare bedroom and everything still open that I told you you can make yours earlier.
No, actually. I'm quite all right now, living on my own still. And the thing is, I don't really want to leave this house at all. I still have Jet living close by to me, so I'll be all right. But thank you for that offer.
Are you sure? Well, if you are ever feeling like you need to move out of that house and in with us, just let me know. I can have the whole house ready for you within an hour.
All right. Thank you, Sarah.
Anyway, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about? You still seem pretty down about something.
Oh, that's right. Well, I feel really bad having to mention this to someone like you, considering that this had to do directly with you. And well, this has to do with my monthly allowance.
Okay. You're wanting to talk about the money that Jet and I are working together to send you every month. What's up with it? Do you feel as though you might need a little more from us this month?
I really am happy that the both of you are sending me money every month, since I don't have much in terms of Social Security, but $3 is a bit,
$3? What do you mean?
You know what I'm talking about, right? That's the amount of money you've been sending to me every month for the past few years now. I'm not trying to tell you how much to send me when it comes to my monthly allowance from you. And I am very thankful that the both of you have been willing to do this for me. But $3 is a bit... Well, don't you find that a bit mean? I have been trying my best to work with the money I get from my Social Security as well. But $2,000 a month from the government isn't really doing it for me.
Wait a second, Mom. Hold on. I have no idea what you mean by that.
When it comes to the amount you send me, that's based off of how you view me, right? In other words, I'm only worth around $3 to you, right?
That's not true at all, Mom. Why would you ever even say that?
Then could you please just tell me why you're sending me such a small amount of money each month? This small of an amount doesn't even make any sense. I can't even afford to feed my dog with this kind of insignificant money. Are you saying that I'm worth less than dog food to you? Maybe you'd be better off not sending me any money at all from now on.
Would you please calm down there, Mom? Along with the help of Jet, we've been sending you $3,000 every month, right?
What?
If all I was going to send you was $3, then you're right about the fact that I shouldn't even send you any money at all.
That's right. But this is what Jet has been telling me every month he sends me the money. That you're only willing to give me $3.
Then there must be something he's up to, right? Because it has not been me wanting to only give you $3 a month.
What do you think he'd be doing then?
Well, perhaps he's taking the money I give to him to send to you and using it all on himself. Because I've been making sure to send him $2,000, and he fills in that other $1,000 before he puts it into your bank account. Or at least, that's what he should have been doing this whole time.
Hey, come on now. Don't say something so nasty about your brother. What would make you think that Jet could ever be taking the money that's meant for me and using it on himself?
But if that's not what he's doing every month, what else could it be? What else could be happening to that money I've been giving to him?
I wouldn't want for the police or anything to get involved in all of this, Sarah.
The police are not going to get involved in all of this, Mom. This is something within the family, and if he's really been stealing the money I've been giving to him to give to you, the police won't care.
Ever since your father, it has just been the four of us working together to make this family work, right? I don't want to learn about how your older brother's been taking your money from you and not sending it to me.
But for the time being, if we don't look into what he's been doing with the money, we'll never know and nothing will change. I've been sending Jet that money for him to send to you because his account is through the same bank as yours, so it was easier to go that route. Maybe I'll have to take a look and see what's been going on with that money.
I'm really sorry about this, Sarah. Because of me, you're no longer trusting Jet anymore. And I'm sure you'll tell your younger brother about this too.
You are not to blame for anything, Mom. I think the only person to blame here is Jet. I never thought that he'd be willing to lie to his family about the money he's been taking from me to use on himself. Maybe he's going through something serious right now and doesn't want to bother any of us with it. But that wouldn't make any sense because this has been going on for years, you said. So that would mean...
Calm down, Sarah, there. Please.
Mom, I'm going in to look into all of this for you right now.
Sarah, next month is Mom's birthday, so are we all going to be heading back to her house to celebrate? I don't have any plans for that day yet and was thinking of going there with Jet and all. But if you plan to be going home to her as well, then let's plan something together.
I forgot about that. I think we'll be heading back to her place to celebrate as well. My husband and son as well.
I see. Then that'll mean this is the first time in a long time that all four of us get to spend time together again. Plus with your family around as well. This is going to be lots of fun for us all. I can't wait.
Right. That's right.
It's going to be Mom's 70th birthday, right?
Now that you mention it, it will be her 70th birthday. We'll have to make sure to do something really nice for her then.
It still blows my mind that ever since Dad passed away, Mom has been all on her own raising the three of us. All I can say to that is I really appreciate her for all she's done.
I feel the same way, Curtis.
I've been thinking, since both you and Jet have been sending her money each month, I thought I should jump in and help out with that. Maybe I'll give her some money as well as her present to show that I've been thinking about her as well.
You don't have to worry about that. You have a lot going on in your own life with work as it is, right? So just focus on getting your life back together for now, please.
That's totally right. Having the company which hired me go bankrupt like that overnight, and having to spend so much time looking for work without making any income? But I've made it past that slump in my life now and am working full-time again. Things have balanced out for me again, and I'm actually making decent money now. So I think it's time that I start sending Mom some money every month as well. Maybe I'll start by giving her $5,000 for her birthday and then a bit more each month after that.
Is that right?
Yes. And as for Mom's 70th birthday, I had a few things in mind for what I'd like to do for her.
Well, I'm sure she'll be happy to see whatever you have in store for her. But, Curtis, before we talk any further about that, can I speak to you about something off topic?
Huh? What's that?
When it comes to the money Jet and I have been sending Mom, I got a message from Mom herself about it, and she told me she was and has been only receiving $3 a month from me.
What? But I spoke with Jet about this a while ago, and he said the both of you together are sending her $3,000 a month as her allowance.
I'm aware of that. So, I went ahead and looked into what was all going on there, and that led to me finding out something I'm having a very hard time believing.
What did you find out?
It looks as though Jet has been stealing my money from me every time I send it to him to send to Mom.
What? You're lying, right?
I'm sure you're having just as hard of a time believing this as I am, but I can try to explain everything to you in a lot more detail.
Okay.
Hey, Jet. I have something to ask you about the money we've been sending Mom every month.
Yeah? What's up?
Mom told me that she's only been getting $3 from us ever since we started to send her money. Is that really the truth?
Oh, you're wanted to talk about that? So she went and told you about that then?
What do you mean by that?
I didn't want to tell you this, but Mom has a very hard time saving any of the money she gets. It's pretty bad, actually.
Really?
And because of that, she started to get into a lot of debt from all her needless spending. And due to that, I've had to use the money we're meant to send to her every month to pay off that debt for her. And that then leaves her with only $3 from us every month.
You're lying. I can't believe something like that. It was Mom of all people that told the three of us, you, me, and Curtis, to never ever get into debt no matter what. To hear that that person has been getting herself into debt?
I think that ever since the three of us moved out of her house, she finally had time to do whatever she wanted with herself. And, well, the feeling of becoming free like that might have been too much for her to handle.
Are you serious right now? If that's really the case, then please tell me where she's been spending all that money at and who she's been in debt with. You have to know what company or bank she's been borrowing all that money from, right?
You don't have to think about that right now. All you need to be doing is sending me the money that I can give to her each month, and I'll do what needs to be done with it.
You're lying. You have to be lying right now.
Mom is a changed person. She started to falter when it came to money, and now she's in massive debt. She's at the point now where she'll lie to us all about it because she's so ashamed of herself. And the reason she told you such a lie was to get you to come and question me instead of her. Just stop listening to whatever she lies to you about and only trust me.
How could you say such awful things about our mom, who has done so much for us?
I know more about her than either you or Curtis know, but she's still our mom, and we have no other choice but to take care of her. For the time being, please stop listening to and believing in her lies. You and I are siblings, and we have to work together to fix her debt.
All right, I get it. I won't bother with you anymore. Just know I'm not going to let you have your way any longer.
I told you to stop trusting whatever Mom's told you about this. Just listen to and do as I've said. It's that simple. Hey, Sarah, about this month's allowance for Mom?
What about it?
Normally you'd have that money to me by the end of the month, right? Do you think you could start sending me that money for her a bit sooner? I would like it if you started to get that money to me by the 15th every month, all right?
Why by then?
Because the day that the credit card Mom has been overusing wants us to make payments on it is the 15th of every month. So I was thinking it would be nice if you started to send me that money by the 15th so that I can pay things off for her right away.
You want this month's money from me that soon, though? Before, me sending money at the end of the month was never a problem for you, right?
I told you about this last week, right? Mom is spending way too much money all the time.
But look, we're sending her $3,000 a month, right? She also has her Social Security as well. That means she's getting close to $5,000 a month. And if that's not enough for her, then she must be living really fancy or something, right? I don't think Mom is the type of woman to do any of that, especially at her age.
I'm just as shocked as you are. Who would have thought that Mom, of all people?
So you're just going to take the excuse of Mom using all that money to the grave with you then, huh?
What else could the reason for this be? And what are you even talking about right now?
Well, whatever. You need the money by the 15th now? Well, that's fine by me.
All right, well, if it's fine with you, then I ask that you send me the money soon. This is all tough on me too, but as long as we have each other, we can make all of this work for Mom. Hey, Sarah, it's past the 15th now, right? Why haven't you sent me your half of Mom's allowance yet? Mom's gonna be in huge trouble if you don't send it to me right now.
What are you going on about right now?
I'm talking about the money you need to send me. We made a promise that you'd get that money to me before the 15th, right? Why hasn't any money appeared in my bank account yet?
It's not like that really even matters to you.
Huh? You promised me that we'd work together to take care of Mom with an allowance, right? You acting like that money doesn't matter anymore would really upset Mom.
Don't worry, Jet. Mom is very happy right now.
What are you going on about?
I already went and sent Mom my half of her allowance for this month.
Huh? But I still haven't seen any of that money come into my account.
Because I went and handed her the money in person this time.
You handed that money to her in person? Sarah, you live really, really far away from Mom's house, right?
Every once in a while, I'll go home to see Mom, and I thought that this last time I'd bring that money along for her. In other words, that means Mom won't be upset with me now, so you can relax now. And I've been thinking, from here on out, I think I'll just hand her my half of the money in person every month. That will give me another reason to go out and see Mom's smiling and happy face more often.
But weren't you sending that money to me to then send to her because you live so far away and don't go through the same bank as her and I? I'm a bit worried about how much stress coming to Mom's house each month will bring you. That's why it's better you just send me her money every month.
You really don't have to worry about me anymore, Jet. This is all to help Mom, so I really do not mind.
But with handing her that money directly, she's gonna waste it all almost immediately, and none of it will go towards paying off her debt.
Actually, I asked Mom about all the debt she's supposedly been in. She told me she's not in any debt and became a little irritated by me asking. In other words, that means you lied about it, right?
Are you gonna believe what Mom is telling you over me?
Well, duh.
I see. That's really unfortunate then. In other words, that means that Mom has gone and corrupted you too now. Well, if that's the lifestyle you're wanting to support, I won't say anything else about it. But I'm gonna have a word with Curtis about all this. I cannot allow for someone like him to be taken advantage of by Mom as well. So I need to explain everything to him before she does.
Who do you think you are?
I am the oldest sibling and I have to be there for him to make sure he's safe. I'm really sorry to have to do this, but I'm gonna make sure he knows not to ever talk to you or Mom ever again. Which means from here on out, don't you ever talk to myself or him ever again, please.
Go ahead and tell him then.
Curtis? For Mom's next birthday, don't even bother coming home to her. Huh? Why can't I go home and see her? Because both Mom and Sarah have gone crazy, and I feel that they'll both be coming after you next to cause some problems. They've both gone crazy? Did you know that Mom has been really bad with her money and has been getting herself into a lot of debt now? I've been using the money from both myself and Sarah to help pay all of that off for Mom, but Sarah keeps on saying that Mom isn't in any debt and won't believe what I've told her, and right now the both of them are joining up to blame me for Mom never getting any money from us. I think they'll start to talk to you about that pretty soon too, and then Mom and Sarah will try and get you to start sending money to Mom so she can waste it all as well. You're saying Mom is going to try getting my money from me? I don't think someone like her could ever do that. But she will, because I'm telling you the truth. But hasn't it been you stealing the money this whole time? Curtis, what all did you hear about from Sarah? I've heard about everything, Jet. That's all lies she's made to make me look bad. Everything I just told you is the truth. I had a hard time believing what she told me about you at first. That's why I had a look at the account where I'd been saving up money for Mom's 70th birthday. Curtis! You were talking about this before, right? About how you wanted to go all out for Mom's birthday this year, and that's why we made that account together to save up for her present, right? But after hearing what all Sarah had told me, I went and had a look at the amount of money we'd saved up so far in that account. I was shocked when I found that there was only a couple dollars left. I had been putting in $1,000 a month yet. No! Wait! That was, Mom! How the hell would Mom have been able to pull money from that account? It's not even a part of the same bank Mom has accounts in and was made only for you and I to access. So shut the hell up about it being Mom or Sarah that took the money. You tricked me so that you'd have easy access to some of my money. I'm not gonna trust a single word out of a scummy-ass loser's mouth like yours. Wait! I've had a lot of reasons for doing that! I don't even want to listen to your sob story. Don't ever talk to me again. God damn it! Now you've gone and told Curtis some BS to make him doubt me!
I told him some BS? Are you sure I wasn't just telling him the truth?
I was only doing all of it for the sake of this family.
Whose family are you talking about? Have you even gone and seen the place Mom has had to live in? She's been having to live with the same exact clothing, dishes, and bedding that she had when we were all living with her. Also, when it came to Mom's dad, he was the kind of guy that got into debt all the time, and that hurt his whole family. That is why Mom is severely allergic to things like being in debt. That whole time after Dad passed away, she had to raise us all by herself, and even when she didn't have enough money, she made it all work, because she never wanted to borrow any money at all. Yet for some damn reason, you thought it would be a good idea to lie about her and say she's been in major debt this whole time. You are a dick, Jet.
I get it. I'll tell the truth. Yes, I was using the money which you sent me for Mom on myself. But hey, I had no other choice. A lot of things happened with me, and I got into some debt. I couldn't find any way to get that debt to go away, so I started to pull money from what you sent to me.
Had you told me that you needed help a long time ago when you realized you were in trouble, I would have been fine helping you out. But it's been years now of me sending you money to send to Mom, and that's all been getting used up by you. Are you really going to tell me that that was all being used to pay off your debt? How much debt are you even in right now?
Wait a sec.
I know about how you just love to gamble, Jet, but I never commented about it because I thought you were smart enough to know not to ever spend more than what you could afford. However, look at yourself. You had to get into debt over it, and then you started to use my money to gamble that was meant for Mom. I can't forgive you for that crap, Jet.
How do you...
I had to ask someone to go out and look into what you've been up to. You are the worst, Jet.
Okay, I won't do any of that anymore. But can you please just send me this month's money? I have been having a really tough time paying off this debt, and I'm in trouble now.
No freaking way. I'm not sending you squat.
Are you really just going to abandon one of your own brothers while they're in need?
You're no brother of mine anymore. I already talked with Mom and Curtis about this, and we've all agreed to cut ties to you now. That means from now on, you never come around the three of us again.
You're cutting ties to me? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I don't want to be involved with a man that thinks it's okay to use his whole money to pay off his own gambling debt.
Ah, I see. It doesn't really matter to me anyway.
Good. Thank you for understanding.
I have no use for a family that won't even spare me a little money anymore, so screw all of you. And as for the old hag's care, I'm not going to have to do any of that as she grows older.
I should have known. You really are nothing more than the scum of this earth.
I am. You never noticed that? I've been working with you and lived with you for so long. Guess you can't judge anything with those crappy eyes.
Anyway, don't you ever bother the three of us anymore.
Sure thing, I got it.
Also, when it comes to all that money you stole from us, I'll make sure to get it all back from you.
What was that? How do you think you're going to get that money back from me? You're not going to be able to take a family matter to court, you know.
I know that, but when it's a civil affair, that's different.
A civil affair?
Well, that's what I said. Sure, I can't have you charged as a criminal for stealing, but I can still call this a civil affair that needs to be settled through a judge. And that's where I'll be able to sue you. I'll be able to come up with all the amounts of money you've taken from Curtis and I, and we'll both be able to get settlements from you if the judge deems that fair.
Wait a second. Are you serious about that?
Would I ever bluff? I'm not letting little cunts like you get away scot-free.
I already told you about the debt that I'm in, right? If I have to pay off 2 settlements as well to you guys, I'll never be able to have any money of my own ever again. Are you trying to ruin my life right now?
I sure am.
You know I'll never even be able to pay off all of that.
Are you going to start crying about it now? You're not a baby anymore, you're an adult. And as one, you need to take responsibility for what you've done.
Hey, hold on, please. I'll apologize and I'll make sure you both get your money back.
You think I'm going to believe what you're telling me anymore?
Can you at least give me until after I've paid off my other debt before I pay you both? If you allow that, then I'll be able to get you both your money a whole lot faster.
No damn way, Jet. I'm taking you to court over this as soon as possible. The next time you talk to me will be with my lawyer.
Hold on a second! Don't go trying to kill one of your own family members like that!
Well, that family member went and stabbed everyone in their own family in the back. And you having to go burn in hell now is what you freaking deserve. I really hope you can work your ass off somewhere to make more money to pay everything off while you're still alive.
Please, Sarah, listen to me, please!
I've already heard enough of you. And this is the choice we've all made because of it, so give up trying to change my mind. I just finished up talking to my lawyer about Jet, and he seems to be wanting to take on both of our cases against him, thankfully. So, when you have time, please give him and I a call.
Awesome, thank you for that. I'm still in shock, though, that Jet would do all of that to us.
I feel the same way too. But you know who's even more sad than the both of us right now? Mom is. So we need to wrap all of this up and get back to living life the way things were to make her happy again.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Pretty soon will be her 70th birthday, so when that time comes, let's make sure to celebrate it with all our heart.
Of course. I've always had to rely on everyone else, so this time I'll step up and make sure to support Mom just like you've been doing.
I'll be looking forward to that then. After all of that, Curtis and my claim against Jet was recognized in a civil suit, and he was ordered to pay damages and compensation to us. It seems he really was in some serious debt, and this only made a situation more dire for him to deal with. He did try and plead for the judge to let him off the hook this time for what he'd done, and even told everyone in that courtroom that he was in close to $100,000 worth of debt still. But the judge wasn't going to listen to him anymore after all he heard from Curtis and I, and told him he'd have to start paying the both of us in the next 3 months. Not even a day after that case, both Curtis and myself ended up getting part of our settlements paid off by Jet, but that was using whatever he had left in terms of borrowed money. Eventually, some of the debt collectors started coming after him and even found his workplace, which led him to losing his job. I'm not sure why his boss fired him from there, but I think it had something to do with one of those collectors actually storming inside the building swinging a baseball bat, saying he was going to break Jet's legs if he didn't start paying. After being forced out of the workplace and told to never come back, Jet had no other choice but to confront the collectors, who told him he'd get one last chance before they took him out back and offed him. He was then told by them to pick up work for a construction group they ran, and there he's been working day in and day out making up the money they need from him. There was only one problem with all of this, and that's that he never got over his gambling addiction. And so, after going out in the middle of the night to gamble away some of his money, he was found and taken away by those collectors. To this day, nobody really knows what happened to him or where he went, but none of my family really cares, so I'm just going to say that that was the end for him. Curtis and I never did get our full settlements from Jet in the end, but I don't mind that either, because at least we now both know we'll never ever be seeing him again. When it comes to my mom, with Jet no longer being a part of our family, she finally decided to move in with my family. My son has really started to enjoy playing with my mom, and the house as a whole feels a lot brighter with her around. We also ended up celebrating my mom's 70th birthday in my house along with Curtis, and seeing my mom smile a grin so huge, it felt like we finally gone back to being a very happy family again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.